Hello everyone, good morning. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to inspire you by telling you my story that I hope is not yet completed. Congratulations, Lord Greece is a great event that it is very important for everyone, I think, to hear inspiring stories, to get motivated and become creative. Let me start. I'm here to tell you about my story and my life-changing decisions I've made 6 years ago. First of all, I want to introduce myself. I'm Christos Stamatis. I'm a 42 years old entrepreneur, a happy father of 2 little girls, and a husband of a lovely wife. I'm a mechanical engineer with a master in energy and expertise in renewable energy resources. My company and I were working on the development of the electricity distribution network in Greece, but as a company we were also involved in the procurement and construction of power generating stations based on solar and wind energy. I used to be one of the most recognized mechanical engineers in my region until 6 years ago, as I told you before, when I decided to make a change in my career. So, most of you know about the recession in Greece began in 2010. Instead of the financial problems, the crisis was also causing social upheaval that was deeply affecting the population. This is when the startup trend and new endeavors were born in Greece, trying to solve real problems and cover true needs. Even though I was doing really well in my job, I was looking for new opportunities that could improve my life, but also create a social impact in my area. Of course, I know that the most difficult part of being an entrepreneur is taking risks, but I was never afraid of it. Due to my previous job, I have an everyday collaboration and interaction with farmers that make me familiar with the agricultural sector. What I saw in this sector is that it's verging technological with room for new ideas. Innovation and investment could have a huge impact in future generation as well as to the current society. I just needed a spark to get started, and it happened. Now I am the CEO of one of the most successful cooperatives in Greece and Europe, the Stevia Hellas. But why Stevia? Many farmers, due to lack of access to capital and of course the constant reduction of EU subsidies, were already trying to overcome the crisis and create something new, something different, something that the crisis would not affect and would last. With Stevia, we tried to create an opportunity to revive our region, to create stable and better future for us and our families. Through Stevia Hellas Cooperative, I was able to join technology, innovation, cooperation, and create social, environmental, and governance benefits for everyone involved. The crisis is not only creating problems, in my opinion. It is also creating opportunities for those who are well prepared and ready to adopt in every change. Everything started when a group of some farmers in my area approached me and asked me to help with some paperwork with Stevia. They didn't know anything but some basic things about the cultivation that was new to Europe. Some of them were already running experiments with Stevia in a small scale, and the results were quite promising. I was triggered at that moment. After many discussions and conversations, we decided to take it one step ahead. We were going to be the first European Stevia producers. We're going to be pioneers in our regions, in Greece, but also in Europe. We're about to do something amazing. The first results were great. The quality of the Stevia leaves were perfect. The microclimate conditions of central Greece were positively helping the growth of the plants, and of course the messages from the market were encouraging. The first discussion was life-changing for all of us, not only for me, since we saw a new opportunity that we were waiting for a long time. Let's talk about the market, because if there's no market, there's no business, in my opinion. Stevia was widely used in China and USA, while in Europe was about to be permitted. 2011, it was the first year that permitted the usage of stevia in the European region. The timing was ideal, and so we began. The new sweetener was quite promising from a market perspective. The market indicators were already showing that stevia will replace 25% of sweeteners by 2020 and will become a multi-billion industry. That is what we are waiting for. A new innovative, challenging, and promising project that would change our life to better. Of course, we took a lot of challenges and risks. Nothing was as easy as it sounds. My role was very demanding, and I had so many challenges to face. Every single member of the cooperative took a risk. We didn't have any help from the state, and money was a problem for all of us. All the members of the cooperative were investing our own time and money, all of us. Many of them soon quit since they didn't believe that it would be easy to create something from scratch. The rest of us took the risk and we continued. My role was to find ways to survive at the beginning, to increase our brand awareness, to grow our team, and always in the most cost-efficient, cost-wise way. This is also, I think, that is an innovation of our cooperative. Because we have a lot of investors, VCs, here people from the bank sector. Everyone wants to hear about numbers, financial projections. Are you making profits? No one of you asks, where did you find the money to begin? Our cooperative was 100% funded from its members, from us, from our pockets. Without any subsidies or help from the state, Stevia Lass is now making profits. It's the third year that we have double-sized income. Our efforts were crowdsourced from farmers, from our farmers. Something so unique that was even a showcase for the European Union, and we're participating as a case study in Horizon 2020 programs. After many challenges that we overcame, difficulties that we passed, and risks that we took, Stevia Lass is a successful example of how anyone can become an entrepreneur by just following his inspiration of creating something big. Now, Stevia Lass is the only large-scale stevia producer across Europe. We cultivate stevia in Greece, and we produce our final products in France to our exclusive partners that happens to be the only European stevia processing factory. I can also announce a new investment of 10 million euros that will take place in our area in central Greece, a second factory, not only in France but also in central Greece, that this investment will start the next March. The first phase is 1 million euros that will be now subsidized from the Greek government with 60%. We offer a full product range, as you see, with several options for industries, wholesales, retailers, private label companies, also for Planet Organic. I can see the lady from Planet Organic. Our cooperative enterprise is already supplying recognized clients, not only in Greece, but in Europe also. For example, Tecane is one of the biggest tea companies in Germany, is one of our biggest clients. Our motto is that we cultivate locally, we serve globally. Our products are locally produced and distributed worldwide through our constantly expanding sales network. We are also one of the top stevia brands in Greece, Lamia Stevia, and you also see here the trick, because my city, the capital city of central Greece, is Lamia. That is also Lamia, it's my stevia. It's quite tricky. We use this trick because we want to overpass the problem when we want to categorize such a kind of product in the Ministry of Development, that you should not use in your name a name of capital cities. So I separate the word, and this is Lamia Stevia. Our commercial brand has also won an ITQI award for its exceptional taste. It's an International Taste and Quality Institute in Brussels, where we awarded a few months ago. You can find our products also in every supermarket in Greece, but also in some areas, not only in Greece, but in the European market. I feel that the most crucial thing that an entrepreneur or a CEO of a company must focus on is sustainability. Because you can have a very good growth, but afterwards something happens and you don't like it to hear about it. So at Stevia Labs, we believe in cooperation, in sustainability and commitment. Together we grow better foods and evolve faster. We are focused on an all-natural approach on our cultivation processes. We are highly committed to our customer needs, striving to provide and support their required. We are being proactive on their needs by giving them innovative solutions that they add to their final products. Our overall goal is to ensure long-term success with both environmental and social benefits. Therefore, the development of the cooperative is multidimensional, based on three pillars: environment, economy, and society. Until now, if anyone asks me how we succeeded, I believe that the main reasons are because we used our creativeness to make something new. We used our imagination to move forward, and we raised awareness around our product in every opportunity that came up. But nothing would ever be possible if it wasn't for the network. I believe in the network. For example, an event like this one will help us a lot. If we communicate in the right way, of course. What we did so far was not because we were lucky, it was because we were well prepared when a serious opportunity came up. We succeeded not because of luck, but because we were ambitious, persistent, and we had a very serious plan. We cooperated and worked really hard every hour and every year. We believed in our plan. We made sacrifices, we invest real time and money. This is our secret sauce for Stevia Hellas. Let me tell you something about our president. He's an 82-year-old man, and always saying to everyone was, do not give up. If you really to go a step forward, go. Know what you are doing, as anyone else does. If you know it, you can control it, and you can move a step forward. But first of all, you have to love it. Otherwise, you won't succeed. So you have to know it, you have to control it, but of course you have to love it. I think that all of you know the circles of Simon Sinek. We have also our circles. We don't just cultivate and produce final products of stevia. We did that because we want to change, as I told you before, to change our lives. How we do it? We cooperate it. We build this cooperative. And what we are doing, we're just cultivating stevia. Thank you, everyone. If you want to keep in touch with us, please follow us in social media, Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Thank you very much. I would also have your attention before questions. I want to have a selfie because I'm traveling quite often, and my wife is always asking, where are you now? So I have to send her a selfie to prove that I'm here. Okay. Just a minute. Because I don't use my iPad to take photos, I will take my phone. It's better. It has a better camera. So, You can say stevia, stevia, because it's instead of a smile or cheese, stevia. Okay, 1, 2, 3, stevia. Okay, I will send it here. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please.
Thank you very much. My name is Kira. I'm a PhD student. And I wanted to ask, so how did you and the people who started the first experiments, how did you think of stevia? How did you come up with the idea? Because at the time it was very innovative. And then a follow-up question, which was, how did you get enough people to believe in the idea? So how did you convince a critical mass of farmers to kind of follow you in that vision?
Our area is a typical agriculture area in Greece. Farmers used to cultivate tobacco. Since the European policies, tobacco was stopped cultivating in central Greece. One day, I received in my office the Bloomberg Business Week magazine, when I read that in California, tobacco growers now are stevia farmers. So I start reading and know things about stevia and how we can make this transition, if this could happen in our area. And this is how we started. Now, the second part of your question, how we engage more and more people, we started in 2010, by the end of 2010, early 2011. Even the crisis was started in 2008, 2010 in Greece. The crisis, first of all, affected the big companies or the people that are living in big cities. The farmers were affected by the crisis maybe 2014, 2015, something like that. So it was a very good period in that time if we want to persuade more and more people about stevia. Also, stevia as a product was very sexy in their ears. It's something new. So they were triggered, all of them. That's how I engaged them and built this cooperative.
So you mentioned brand awareness and cost effectively. You probably have a number of examples, but can you remember or recall an example where that was probably one of the best scenarios where you did increase your brand awareness cost effectively?
The marketing director of Inter-American is a part of Acmea Group. Inter-American is an insurance company in Greece. It's a very old guy, Mr. Fragulopoulos, told me that if there is an award, a prize, for a highly effective marketing with the smaller budget, it will be yours. Because I'm trying to communicate our idea, I'm trying to do things that will bring our product in the first line without spending a lot of money. I use my network that I built a few years ago when, as I told you before, I was a mechanical engineer and worked in big companies. Today I'm in this event that I communicate to all of you what is stevia, and I'm always having specific KPIs for what I'm doing. But I think that brand awareness and the network is the most crucial if you want to expand, if you want to scale up something. Because we're not a very big company, we don't have a specific budget, for example, for marketing communication. We're a cooperative, as I told you. We invest our own money, so our resources were limited. Now the things are changing because, as I told you before, you can do everything with your own money. But you can do many things if you want to start something with your own money. As I told you now, we are in collaboration with National Bank of Greece, for example, for our new investment. We are also collaborating, as I told you, with the Greek government, where we subsidize the 60% of our investment of these big investments. So you have to use your own money to start your own business, to convert an idea to a real project. This is my opinion. Afterwards, of course, you need people from the banking sector, you need banks, you need the funds, if you want to make something bigger. But at the beginning, you have your own money. Thank you very much.